Hello, Toads and Toadettes. If you've been keeping up with the channel lately, you know that Pikmin is one of my favorite Nintendo franchises. And that when Pikmin 4 was revealed, it was one of the best days of my life. Having to wait 10 years for a new installment in a franchise was mental torture. But now we're less than a week away from Pikmin 4, and they've shown a bunch of cool things for this game. So today I want to go over everything new in Pikmin 4. Let's just get right into it. First, we're going to start off with what the title is, the new Pikmin types. First, we gotta look at the Ice Pikmin. These Pikmin's design are somewhat reminiscent of the Purple Pikmin and the Rock Pikmin. Their abilities are to freeze enemies. You'll see a ring around the enemy's health bar, and it will completely freeze them, similarly to using an Ultra Bitter Spray in Pikmin 2. The only downside to this is you won't be able to collect their corpse and will instead just be rewarded with nectar, which is not bad if you do need some of your Pikmin to have flowers, but not having the corpse is pretty disappointing. Obviously, this is needed to have this ability balanced. Ice Pikmin can also freeze water to allow you and your Pikmin to get across, which is just more reasons to not use blue Pikmin. Dang, Nintendo, you guys really hate blue Pikmin. Overall, this type looks like it's going to be very fun, and it could possibly be OP depending on how good this freezing mechanic is, and it's just going to be exciting to have a new Pikmin type. And then lastly, for new Pikmin types, we have Glow Pikmin. Now, these Pikmin types are probably going to be in the unique Pikmin types category along with the Mushroom Min and the Bulb Min, as you can only use it on the night expeditions, and it looks like it's going to be kind of gimmicky. But that aside, looking at it as an actual Pikmin, they do power and numbers. It looks like the more Glow Pikmin you have, the stronger this charge attack will be. Next, one of my favorite new additions to this game is the return of caves and treasure. If you guys have not already seen it, go check it out. I made a video ranking every single cave in Pikmin 2, as that was one of my favorite things from that game. And then in Pikmin 3, it just completely disappeared, and treasure was replaced with food. But in Pikmin 4, we're seeing the return of both of these things. And like I said, treasure is coming back in this game. Sadly, there will be no branded items except for Nintendo-related stuff. But it's cool to see, like, the Game Boy Advance in here, or a knockoff Ring Pop, and stuff like that. That's one of the things I loved from Pikmin 2, and it just makes me so happy to see a return. There's also a new currency, Sparklium. Treasures give you a certain amount of Sparklium, and when you get that amount of Sparklium, you can reach new areas. Moving on, we see Oatchi, basically second captain in this game. You can control him separately. He basically does everything a captain can. Nah, I'm just gonna be blatant. He's OP. Like, he seems very OP, especially early game. Maybe later game he becomes, like, not as OP. But in this beginning game, he has done a lot. He can carry 10 very early. But we've seen a lot of things based around him. How, like, you can use Pub Drive to upgrade his certain abilities or unlock new abilities. Overall, Oatchi seems like an exciting addition. Hopefully they don't screw it up. Let's go back to those new areas I was talking about. For the new areas, we've seen this backyard area called Sun Speckled Terrace, which is the first area in the game. We've also seen like this inside of the house area that you play as with Olimar, and it looks to be pretty big. We see like a kitchen, we see the stairs. Who knows if you can go up the stairs? That's just a theory. And overall, the new areas look exciting. But that's not it for new stuff. We have some new enemies as well as the return of a lot of classic enemies. Just to note a few, we have this red orb-looking mini-boss thing. We also see the return of the Armored Cannon Beetle, as well as my boy Man-at-Legs. I personally love this boss. And we see the man himself return as a mini-boss, Emperor Bulblax. Moving on, you obtain these garlic-looking things, and it'll add 5 more units of Pikmin that you're able to have on the field. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of this. I get that it limits, having a big, large number of Pikmin, and I don't know. I get they're trying to shake up the gameplay somehow, but I don't think this was the right call, personally. And another controversial change was to only allow you to have 3 different Pikmin types on the field. Obviously, we have so much Pikmin types in this game, with 9 types, 8 if you don't count the Glow Pikmin, and it would be kind of crazy trying to maintain 8 on the field at once. I mean, having 5 different types in the field was still kind of crazy in Pikmin 3. But I think 3 is a little too low on the field at once. I think it should at least be 5, because it was kind of cool being able to, mix and match. This is going to force the player to, adapt to what puzzles need what types of Pikmin, but I think that's going to be annoying having to go back to get those types of Pikmin if you don't already have them on the field. But I don't know, I'm not going to hate on this feature too much too early. We just got to see how it's going to play out in game. Also, something else that's cool is being able to move your base camp. This is, the The base camp's where you can buy items or upgrade Oatchi like I was talking about, which yes, items are returning to the game like in Pikmin 2. And we're seeing some old ones come back like Rush Boots, Scorch Guard, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And you use raw materials, which are these ice crystal things, to purchase these items, as well as make bridges with them. But getting back to what I was talking about, you can move the base camp where your Onion and the SS Beagle is, which I love this. I think this is cool, because these areas seem to be way bigger, so being able to move the base camp is just very cool in my opinion. And it probably would have been very annoying having to go back every time, so this was a needed feature. And also a pretty neat feature is character customization. You are able to create your own captain. You're not playing as anyone but you. This is just very cool. Even though there's not too much crazy options, I do think it's very cool. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be using the Charlie bod. Come on, don't even play, bro. And there's some new characters as well that are part of the rescue team. Next, I want to talk about the story, which is a good transition for talking about new characters, as we see the return of Olimar. And once again, he crash lands on a planet. It's kind of becoming a franchise staple here. And he sends his SOS signal out, but after 30 days, the rescue team comes, but they also crash land, and you're responsible for finding all these members, which unlock you new cool stuff when you find them. As well as you can find these castaways in caves that were other people trying to save Olimar, and they each have their own personalities and jobs with them, which I think is very cool. Now, just saying, 30 days was the amount of time Olimar had before he died in Pikmin 1, so that is very interesting as we see this creature right here that resembles Olimar strongly, but I won't get into those theories. Also smoothly transitioning, we have Dandori Battle, where you fight this Olimar looking creature to save castaways, or you can just do it with your friends, similar to Bingo Battle. I like how you can screw each other up, and it's basically just Bingo Battle, but for some reason you're forced to have split screen, even if you're not playing with someone. I wish there was a way you could turn this off. I don't know, it's just kind of annoying. I don't really know how to feel about this. It's alright, you know, I'm not gonna be too quick to judge. And finally, for new additions, sorry if I missed anything, we have the Night Expeditions. In all three 3D Pikmin games we've had before, once sun would go down, you would have to dip and, you know, you get your little report for the day and everything else. That's all cool. But now in this game, you're forced to 24-hour slave labor. You could go back at night and you could populate these glow Pikmin. We don't know what the purpose of this is, but it is cool as this has never been done in Pikmin, and I think it's a very original idea, and I'm excited to play through this, as you can only use glow Pikmin, it looks like, so this is going to be an interesting gameplay shakeup. Wow, Pikmin 4 is looking so good with so much new features. I cannot be more excited for this game. If you guys are excited too, maybe drop me a like on this video and maybe even subscribe. You know, subscribing is free. If you love Pikmin, why don't you drop your boy a subscribe? A veteran Pikmin fan here, and I'm only going to be bringing more Pikmin content to the table. Speaking of Pikmin content, I do have a lot more on my channel that I highly recommend checking out, along with other Nintendo related content as well. And on that note, guys, I will see you in the next one.